What if I told you the most successful YouTuber alive didn't get rich by hoarding wealth, but by literally giving it away? Cars, houses, briefcases of cash, entire islands. On the surface, it looks insane, but that's exactly how a skinny kid from North Carolina turned making videos in his bedroom into a $100 million empire. Jimmy Donaldson, better known as MrBeast, didn't just become a YouTube star. He rewrote the playbook for what online entertainment could be. And the genius of his empire isn't just in his stunts, it's in how he thinks about money, attention, and scale. Every time someone tells me giving away money is easy content, I laugh. Because the truth is, almost no one else has been able to replicate it. And that's what makes MrBeast different. So how does a kid with no connections, no film school background, and no trust fund end up running a company that rivals Hollywood studios in budget and reach? The answer lies in one principle. Money is not the end goal. It's the fuel. Jimmy didn't start out with big prizes. In fact, his early videos were painfully small. He uploaded his first YouTube video at age 13, back in 2012. The content? Minecraft and Call of Duty clips, recorded in low resolution with almost no editing. No brand deals, no camera crew. Just a teenager figuring out how this platform worked. Most kids would quit after a dozen uploads. Jimmy posted hundreds, and almost nobody watched. But here's the secret. While other creators chased trends or views, Jimmy obsessed over one thing, the science of YouTube itself. At 14, while classmates were hanging out or going to parties, Jimmy was sitting in his room for hours with a notebook, studying YouTube analytics. He would write down the length of videos, retention percentages, the exact second viewers clicked away. He wasn't just watching, he was reverse engineering. By his late teens, he wasn't just making videos. He was dissecting the algorithm. He knew the psychology of thumbnails, the rhythm of editing, the way a single word in a title could make or break a video. The first time he went viral, he wasn't giving away cars or cash. He was counting, literally. He uploaded a video of himself counting to 100,000. It took him 40 hours. The absurdity of it made people click. And that's when Jimmy realized, people don't just watch for information. They watch for extremes. So he pushed further, reading the entire dictionary, saying Logan Paul 100,000 times, watching paint dry, literally. It was dumb. It was genius. It worked. But Jimmy had another problem, money. To do bigger stunts, he needed cash, and he had none. That's where the second big insight came in. Don't spend money on things. Spend money on attention. Instead of buying a new car for himself, Jimmy started giving away money in his videos. Sometimes it was $100 to a stranger. Sometimes $1,000 to a Twitch streamer. It felt insane at first. Why would a broke teenager give away his earnings? But here's the trick. Every dollar he gave away turned into $10, $20, sometimes $100 in views, ad revenue, and sponsorships. Money wasn't leaving him, it was multiplying. His first major sponsorship came from Quid, a small digital sticker app trying to break into the market. They offered him $10,000 for a promotion, a life-changing amount for a kid who had been living on a shoestring budget, pouring every cent back into his videos. Most creators in his position would have celebrated. 10 grand meant better gear, a new apartment, maybe even a chance to pay himself for the first time. But Jimmy's brain worked differently. Instead of asking, "What can I buy with this?" he asked, "How can I turn this into something unforgettable?" So he shocked the Quid team with his proposal. "Can I just give it all away?" There was silence on the call. The sponsor didn't understand. Why would someone spend the entire budget on strangers instead of themselves? But Jimmy insisted. He knew a sponsored video about an app would die in a week. A video about changing someone's life with $10,000? That would live forever. When the video dropped, it wasn't polished. It wasn't staged. It was raw. Jimmy walked up to a homeless man and handed him the money. No gimmicks, no catch. Just a stack of bills that could change a life. The man's stunned reaction said it all. Gratitude, disbelief, relief, all crashing in at once. And the audience felt it too. The video spread like wildfire, pulling in millions of views. It wasn't just entertainment anymore. It was emotional. And that's when it clicked. Giving away money wasn't a gimmick. It was a system. It wasn't philanthropy for PR. It was strategy. By his early 20s, Jimmy wasn't just a YouTuber. He was running an operation. Dozens of staff, multiple editors, writers, producers, managers. His warehouse in North Carolina became a full-blown production studio. And unlike traditional Hollywood, Jimmy reinvested almost every dollar back into the next video. If he made $3 million in ad revenue, he'd spend $3 million on the next stunt. He wasn't building a savings account. He was building momentum. In 2019, he dropped one of his most ambitious videos yet, giving away $1 million in cash. Contestants competed in wild challenges, and the last person standing walked away with life-changing money. The video went viral worldwide. This wasn't just YouTube content anymore. It was reality TV, game shows, philanthropy, and marketing, all fused into one. And it cemented the MrBeast brand, the guy who gives away more than anyone else. But here's where most people miss the genius. It's not about random generosity, it's about systems. Jimmy figured out 5 rules that made his empire possible. Attention is the asset. The money is bait. What matters is the audience it brings. Reinvest, don't extract. He put almost everything back into production. That's how his videos stayed ahead of copycats. Bigger is better. If he gave away $10,000 last week, he'd give away $100,000 the next. And those brands are where the $100 million empire really takes shape. In 2020, MrBeast Burger launched. It wasn't just a fast food gimmick. Using a ghost kitchen model, Jimmy partnered with restaurants across the country to deliver burgers under his brand. Within months, he had 1,000 locations. No physical stores, no massive overhead, just the Beast brand leveraged at scale. The launch was insane. On day 1, the app topped the App Store charts. Fans lined up for hours at partner restaurants. Within the first 3 months, MrBeast Burger had sold over 1 million sandwiches. Then came Feastables, his snack company. Chocolate bars, cookies, and more, marketed directly to his massive audience. Instead of running ads on TV, he made the ads into content. He gave away factories, cars, and golden tickets to promote candy bars. Within a year, Feastables was pulling in tens of millions in revenue. The brilliance? These businesses don't just make money, they loop back into the content. The more candy bars he sells, the bigger his giveaways. The bigger the giveaways, the more candy bars he sells. It's a flywheel. And then there's the philanthropy projects. In 2019, Jimmy teamed up with fellow creator Mark Rober to launch Team Trees, a campaign to plant 20 million trees. It went viral, raising over $20 million, with donations from Elon Musk, Shopify's CEO, and hundreds of thousands of fans. 2 years later, they launched Team Seas, aiming to remove 30 million pounds of plastic from oceans and rivers. Again, the campaign went viral, raising over $30 million. And in 2023, Jimmy released one of his most controversial and impactful videos, paying for 1,000 people to receive life-changing cataract surgery. Critics accused him of exploiting charity for views, but supporters pointed out the obvious. 1,000 blind people could now see. Love him or hate him, the scale of his philanthropy is undeniable, and it doubles as brand building. Every charitable stunt cements the MrBeast identity as the guy who gives back more than anyone else. By 2023, Forbes estimated his empire at $100 million plus. His net worth matters less than his influence. MrBeast is now the most subscribed individual YouTuber on the planet. His videos regularly cross 100 million views. He's building businesses bigger than most Fortune 500 companies dreamed of at his age. And he's doing it while breaking the rule everyone else follows, that you need to keep money to get rich. So what can we learn from MrBeast's $100 million empire? Lesson number 1, treat money like fuel, not a trophy. Jimmy never cared about keeping it. He cared about multiplying impact. When he gave away $10,000 to random strangers, he wasn't losing it. He was fueling a video that made $50,000 back. Lesson number 2, reinvest relentlessly. While other creators bought mansions, Jimmy bought bigger ideas. His friends were driving luxury cars, while he was renting warehouses to build giant sets. That's why their channels plateaued and his skyrocketed. Lesson number 3, obsession beats talent. He wasn't the funniest, richest, or flashiest creator at first, but his obsession with YouTube's mechanics made him unbeatable. While others winged it, Jimmy was studying watch time graphs like a scientist. Lesson number 4, scale requires systems. One person can't make billion-view videos. Teams can. MrBeast's editors aren't just video cutters. They're craftsmen trained to pace content at the exact rhythm that maximizes engagement. His managers negotiate 8-figure deals. His logistics team sources cars, cash, and islands for challenges. This isn't a channel, it's a company. Lesson number 5, build beyond content. Beast Burger and Feastables prove that attention can launch billion-dollar brands when channeled correctly. What Coca-Cola spent decades building through TV ads, Jimmy did in a year with YouTube and spectacle. So here's the paradox. MrBeast built a $100 million empire by acting like money doesn't matter, by giving it away faster than he earned it, by chasing ideas bigger than his bank account. Most people hoard. Jimmy reinvests. Most people play defense. Jimmy plays infinite offense. And that's why the skinny kid from Greenville, North Carolina, is now not just a YouTuber, but a case study in 21st century business. Because MrBeast didn't just build an empire. He built the engine that can keep building forever. If this story made you think differently about business, smash that like button. Subscribe for more deep dives into real success stories, and drop a comment with your biggest takeaway from Jimmy's journey. I read everyone, and the best ideas often come from you. See you in the next one.